Riley, where do you guys think you improved the most this bye week in terms of the run defense?
Yeah, I think mentality. I mean, I think that's what our problem was on Saturday, 2 Saturdays ago. I think scheme-wise we're good. We just have to go out there and attack. We have to bring the attack to the opposing offense, and so I think last week's practices helped with that. We just put the ball down and play, and it kind of reminded us going back to fall camp, just like, let's go make it fun and let's go just play football. So I think that's where we really stepped up this week.
What was Coach Butler's kind of message to you guys about bouncing back the right way?
Yeah, it was, again, the same thing. It's about the mentality. We have to go out there and take the attack to them. We have to be violent. We have to be physical. And we have to play with high effort. You know, at the end of the day, football doesn't come down to the call or anything, but like it's those 11 guys on the field. You want 11 jerseys to the ball, and you want to be punching at the ball. You want to be knocking players out, and that's how it is, and that's how we have to go play.
What stands out about Michigan State's rushing attack to you?
Yeah, they're very pro style, so they're going to run a lot of outside zone, stretch, stuff like that. And then the quarterback can do it with his legs as well. He's going to love to run back around there and try to seep out. But it's different. Like I said, we haven't played too much of a true pro style, so that's what we're seeing. But their O-line is going to be close to what we saw last week with a lot of zone. But I think we have a great plan going into it. And again, mentality, we're there. We know how we have to play just from a mental standpoint and go attack them head on.
It's probably the third game you guys are prepared for now with a mobile quarterback on the other side. What have you learned about what goes into that and how you have to prepare for that?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing when you have a mobile quarterback is you can't play timid, scared of him. You have to attack him and shut him down early. And Coach Butler does a great job at explaining that and putting us in positions to do that. So that's going to be our job, is to go out there, and he's going to want to run it if he can. But he's going to try to find a spot to pass it. He's going to try to get out of the pocket, find someone that's open. And, you know, with how our secondary is playing right now, it's our job to get there, not let him out of the pocket and shut him down.
How did you see over the bye week guys that are kind of young that have been getting a lot of reps? Gabe Moore was one area really progressed over.
Yeah, I think just like I said about the whole defense, I think we just remember to go play and have fun. But especially those young guys, it's like at the end of the day on Saturdays, there's so much hype, all this talk, but when you're out there between the whistles, it's football. So you have to go out there and you just have to play hard, play for the guys next to you and play really physical. And I think everyone's starting to do that.
What was your sense of how the D-line played immediately after the game, and then how did that change, if at all, when you look back on the film and were able to break it down?
Yeah, you know, when you look at the stats right after the game, you don't feel the best. And it's hard to kind of remember everything that happened during the game. Like for me, I have to go back and watch the film. Like I remember bits and pieces, but I think it's just us being, like I said earlier, is we don't want to play timid. We have to take the attack to them, and there was times we let them attack us. I don't think they were just physically mauling us off the ball. I think we could have just played more sound, executed better, and just, like I said, brought the attack to them.
What did you mean by going back to preseason camp?
Yeah, you know, like when you get out here in fall camp, it's been months since you've played football, and there's no game you're getting ready for. You know, you're in the trenches for about a month before you get to play a game, and you're just out there having fun, just playing against our offense and just going after it like you're a kid, just playing football. And so we had to get back to that mentality, not, oh gosh, we have a game on Saturday, we have to be perfect, do this. No, we're defense. It's not going to be pretty, it's not going to be cute, but let's pin our ears back and go.
I guess how much was the bye week, how do you balance like looking back on correcting what went wrong for Michigan, but then also just internally getting better as a unit?
Yeah, like that Sunday after, we obviously come in and watch the film, and you have a bitter taste in your mouth. And you want to put it in the rearview mirror, but you also kind of want to keep that little bitter taste there, so because you don't ever want to feel it again, basically. And so you look at the tape, you talk about what we need to do better, you know what you need to improve on, and then the next time you step on the field, it's in the past, but you don't want that feeling to come back, so you know what you have to do moving forward.
Who were some guys, whether your position group or any other position group, that maybe took a step during that bye week where it was helpful and maybe some guys showed out?
Yeah, I think like you said earlier, you got guys like Gabe, Will, Cam, you got guys like Deshaun, Jack outside linebacker, Vincent Shaver's stepping up. You got guys all over the secondary. I think just as a defense as a whole, we're really starting to come together, and it's not like I just named guys, but there's way more than that are doing it, and it's fun to see just because I can build off their energy, they can build off of mine. Like we're just building off of each other's energy. Someone goes up there and makes a play, and boom, and now we got the momentum, and people are just feeding off of that on the defense.
Did that bye come at a time that was physically helpful to recover, or was it early enough that it was really more about the mental and other
Yeah, bye week's always going to be physically nice, practices were still hard last week, and that's what you want. You want to go get that good work in. But the good part, about what Coach Will does is, he gives you some time to get out and just kind of reset the mental. Like you said, you know what we have to do. But then at the same time, you spend a lot of time getting your body back, because no matter when it is, you're not going to feel 100% past, what was it, July 29th or whenever we started. So just constantly trying to get your body back.
How'd you spend your weekend? Did you watch a bunch of football or get away? Or?
Yeah, normally I go home, but I stayed here this time, and I went to a buddy's house over in Omaha, and I don't think I left the couch all Saturday, just switching channels, flipping through games. And it sucks because, you see those games, you want to be out there playing, but just knowing that, the work you put in that past week, the work we're putting in this week, it's going to come to light on Saturday.
Anything else for Riley?
You're up.
All right.